The Cross River State government is set to begin the construction of a railway project across the state. The project is aimed at connecting the state's major cities and towns. The proposed route spans from Calabar, the state capital city, to Obudu, with stops in major towns like Ogoja and Bekwara. The proposed project covers approximately 215 kilometers, and the project involves the construction of a standard gauge railway line. The announcement for the construction of the project came in the current administration's 100 days in office, and it noted that the anticipated train line, which is underway, would aid in the easing of the state's transit woes. This project is coming as the state government is still struggling to complete numerous ongoing projects across the state. According to the governor, the administration is not just going to start the project, but it will see to its conclusion. The funding for the Cross River State Railway proposed project is not explicitly stated, but the state has secured about $3.5 billion from the Afrexim Bank for infrastructure projects. The Cross River Railway project is coming after the Cross River State had failed to construct the Cross River Superhighway, which was supposed to connect Calabar to the northern part of Cross River State. Recall that the 274-kilometer superhighway had the blessings of the then President Muhammadu Buhari himself, with support from the area governor at the time. The project was then launched by the Buhari's administration towards the end of 2015 in a pomp and color. The Cross River Superhighway at the time faced myriad of challenges from several quarters. First, from the environmentalists who feared on the risk of the project posed to animals. The highway was slated to pass through the Cross River National Park. The urban division of the Cross River State National Park, where the road was slated to pass through, holds about 3,000 square kilometers of lowland rainforest. The area is a proposed UNESCO World Heritage Site and recognized as a biodiversity hotspot. Constructing a road as wide as the Cross River Superhighway, according to the design, would have had devastating impact on the section of the forest. Then came the issue of compensation. The government at the time announced 700 million naira for damages and compensation, but considering the number of communities along the proposed superhighway route, that amount was just a drop in the ocean. The people of Okuni community in Ikom local government area of Cross River State had also sued the state government for 2 billion naira in lieu of the unevaluated destruction of farmlands, sacred temples, and natural heritage sites. The community leaders actually noted that their economic trees and crops were affected by bulldozers of the defendants, including cocoa, oil palms, mangoes, yams, cassavas, and timbers. These farms at the time spanned about 5 hectares put together, valued at 100 million naira per hectare. But even as the superhighway fought off campaigns from environmentalists and court cases, the issue of funding actually lingered. Though the Cross River State government received conditional environmental impact assessment approval with conditions, the issue of funds for the project arose. Stakeholders also could not relate as to how a government which earned at the time roughly 2 to 3 billion naira as monthly allocation would afford to spend at least 1 trillion naira on a superhighway project. Eventually, the project packed up and the contractor moved out of sight. Until today, nothing has been heard of the Cross River State Superhighway project. Now, the state government in Cross River State is currently proposing to construct a railway line of the same approximate length, expected to run from Calabar all the way to Obudu in the northern part of Cross River State. However, there are still concerns as to how this project will be actualized, seeing that Cross River State is one of the least states that earns from the monthly federal allocation. Talking about the environmental impact assessment of the project, it was actually noted that the government of Cross River State conducted an environmental impact assessment which was actually prepared by the Nigerian Environmental Protection Agency and other consultants, which had assessed the potential environmental impact of the project, including noise pollution, air quality, water resources, soil erosion, biodiversity and wildlife, community displacement and resettlement, cultural heritage, and waste management. The environmental impact assessment identified measures to mitigate this impact, such as noise reduction measures, air quality monitoring, water conservation strategies, soil erosion control measures, wildlife corridors and conservation plans, community engagement and resettlement plans, cultural heritage preservation, and waste management plans. The report of the environmental impact assessment had also outlined strategies for monitoring and managing environmental impact during construction and operations. According to government sources, the proposed Cross River State Railway project alignment is approximately 215 kilometers as earlier stated and passes through various towns and villages in Cross River State, some of which include Section 1, starts from Calabar to Odukpani, which spans 35 kilometers. Section 1 also passes through the Calabar Free Trade Zone, continues through the town of Odukpani to Ikotene. Section 2 begins from Odukpani to Akankpa with 30 kilometers. This section actually passes through the Akankpa local government area, continues through the town of Akankpa and Biase. Section 3 of the project goes through Akankpa all the way to Obudu. Section 3 cuts across Obudu local government area, continues through the town of Obudu all the way to Bekwara. Section 4 and 5 covers a total distance of 60 kilometers with Bekwara local government, Ogoja local government and Yala local government included. Finally, Section 6 of the project takes the railway line all the way to the Obudu Cattle Ranch and terminates at the bottom of the ranch. Although the concrete alignment from the design has not been released for proper information, however, these are the preliminaries. You would agree with me that the advantages of rail transportation in Cross River State would include flexibility in each routings, relative capacity of bulk haulage, and lower cost to each users. As a result of the huge number of people and product conveyed by the railway, it has promoted the opening up of the creation of new markets and heavy industries, as well as the change of hitherto remote and far-flung lands into bubbling urban centers. Many modern cities in the world owe their transformation largely to the impact of the railways. To increase the harvest of its multiple benefits, most states in Nigeria are now tapping into the benefit of the railway system. Most of them are committing huge portions of their revenues into the expansion and modernizations of their railway systems. Some are even constructing new railway lines in order to aid transportation of goods and services and boost their economies. For example, in spite of the fact that it is one of the leading states in Nigeria, the Lagos State government is committing billions of dollars to the development of intra-city railway lines that will actually aid the citizens' movement to and fro the hinterlands of Lagos. Of the recently completed railway line is the Lagos Red Line and the Lagos Blue Line. These railway lines are expected to convey thousands of Lagosians and also generate revenue for the state. Some other states in Nigeria tapping from the railway technology includes Anambra State, which is proposing to construct a railway to link all the local governments in the state and decrease transportation challenges. Abia State is also adopting the same model, while Abuja also has finished the construction of the Abuja Intra-City Railway Project Phase 1. Cross River State, being a state blessed with agricultural produce and other solid minerals, is also looking at tapping into the importance of the railway sector by constructing its railway to connect almost all the local governments across the state. When eventually constructed and completed, the Cross River State Railway project will have a significant impact on the indigenes, bringing numerous benefits including job creation, employment opportunities during construction and operation, efficient and reliable transportation, reducing time and cost, boosting trade, commerce and economic development, facilitating the transportation of goods and products, improving the transportation of agricultural produce, decrease traffic congestion and improve road safety, reducing carbon emission and promoting sustainability, connecting Cross River State to other parts of Nigeria and contributing to the overall development of the state. These and many more, including showcasing the state's commitment to development, are some of the benefits that will come with the railway development and construction. It is my hope that this project will come into fruition in Cross River State.